household name in local news. Right now, Fox 5 News at 10.
No one ever saw him on the air, never heard his voice.
Good evening, I'm Amanda Davis.
And I'm Russ Spencer. First on Fox 5 tonight, a Rockdale County.
But for nearly 30 years, when you watch the newscast of WAGA TV Atlanta,
You want to see more than news. If you want to experience the story, be part of the
you were watching Bud McEntee.
your world from every angle. Immediate, unpredictable, up close, and
His
real.
imprint.
If you want to see all sides of the news,
Bud McEntee's newscast on WAGA, beginning in 1982, as a news producer and managing editor, and then as news director from 1991 to 2010, earned every major journalism award multiple times. They were newscasts put together day and night by teams of journalists who were hired and who were led by the sometimes smiling and always hard-charging, uncompromising, laser-focused Bud McEntee.
As a news director, the cliche comes to mind of Lou Grant, for those old enough to remember that television program. He was old-fashioned, he was old school, he was all about getting it done quickly and accurately, and he was a stickler for accuracy and facts. He was a very hands-on news director. We're going to try to break down this ballot for you.
Dick Williams, the moderator of the weekly Georgia Gang political debate on WAGA, joined the program about the time McEntee became news director.
Channel 5.
And McEntee would watch all the evening newscast at once, demanding, of course, no less of his journalists than that they beat the others on every story, every day.
He was the last of the news directors who would come out of his office shouting at something he saw on television or something he saw happening that he didn't like. You got to look at McEntee as a guy who stuck to his knitting, kept his integrity, protected his staff, and always was in search of better stories.
And McEntee was protecting his staff through more than one unexpected change in a tumultuous industry.
The 45-year relationship between WAGA TV Channel 5 and CBS is over.
In 1994, WAGA's parent company dropped a bombshell on everyone at the station by dropping CBS and its global news gathering operation and replacing it with Fox. Fox, back then, had The Simpsons. There was no Fox News Channel, not yet.
It's 6 a.m., and this is Good Day Atlanta.
McEntee saw it as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for his journalist. He took control of Channel 5's new, valuable airtime.
From 4:30 to 10 a.m. on Fox 5.
And ultimately, McEntee was able to triple his local newscast to nearly 60 hours a week, more than any other station in the market. And viewers stayed with WAGA.
There's still a great thirst for local news.
That's McEntee speaking at an Atlanta Press Club forum in 2009, insisting that the challenge wasn't to fill the extra quantity of airtime, but to fill it with consistent quality. His pride and joy?
It's only 5 words. 5 words. 5 words that strike fear in corrupt politicians.
The nationally renowned I-Team.
5 words that make the difference between ripoffs and reform.
I'm with the I-Team.
Dedicated, determined, dependable. This is Channel 5 Eyewitness News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Brenda Wood.
And I'm John Marler. We begin tonight with the results of a 3-month I-Team investigation.
There was a time when corporate budget cutters prior to Fox targeted the I-Team. McEntee told the story at the same Press Club forum in 2009, the year before he retired from WAGA.
There was a recommendation that we scale down investigative reporting. And I fought hard along with a couple of other folks, and instead of scaling back, we expanded the I-Team.
McEntee never said whether corporate owners ever again tried to scale back the I-Team. His pride and joy thrives.
Well, Dale Russell is here now, and things not exactly as they seemed here.
No, Sinead, they're not.
McEntee nurtured generations of young journalists to become story-breaking veterans who stayed with McEntee and WAGA most of their careers.
McEntee had been there so long he really knew his turf, and he kept his people for long periods of time so that institutional memory was always there.
I mean, the average lifespan for a news director is somewhere between 2 years and 2.5 years.
So 20 years is way beyond beating the odds. It's sort of like living to 150 years, in your lifetime. I mean, people just don't do it. So it says a lot about Bud and his quality.
Monday at 11 on CBS 46 News.
Mark Pimentel is the vice president and general manager of Atlanta's CBS 46. And he and McEntee have worked with and competed against each other since their first jobs in TV news.
At his core, he is a true newsman. He understands good journalism, good storytelling. He was a great judge of talent. He hired some great people.
Fox 5 News at 6.
And Pimentel points out that to this day, you can still see Bud McEntee, the McEntee legacy, on every newscast.
He built the foundation of what they are today in terms of news product. Whoever has come behind him has built on that. But without the foundation that Bud had laid, they wouldn't be where they are today.
Bud McEntee, inducted into the 2016 Atlanta Press Club Hall of Fame.